What's up, YouTube? This is Asian Goomba, and first I'd like to wish you all a happy holiday. I'm having a good holiday, with a lot of time to do all sorts of stuff with you guys and just fool around on my own. But this video is actually a gift for you guys. Something that my friends and I have been doing for a long time. So this is actually how this originated. So my friends and I were just dueling, and what happened is we got really bored because my friend plays a stall deck. He was just stalling, and the game was going nowhere. So we decided, okay, I just went ahead and I pretty much had field hand advantage. What I did, I just activated Dark Hole, killing all 5 of my monsters, and just for fun. And then what happened was I ended up losing, but that kind of led to the idea that because we were bored, we were playing like all these suicidal moves, which led to the goal of like a variation of this game using the same rules to kill yourself instead of killing the opponent. So a lot of people are actually, like a couple formats ago, a lot of people saying stuff like, "Oh, Dragon Rulers take no skill whatsoever." Well, Dragon Rulers actually, I can show you a couple like different scenarios that will happen. Even though I don't have Dragon Rulers, I do have 6 Samurai. But it kind of gets my point, the point of what I've gotten out there. And if you actually haven't noticed, I've got a new camera. It is a Sony HDR CX220. It's actually pretty nice. I got it for the holidays, and yeah, just showing you the video quality. Alright, so a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people saying that Dragon Rulers take no skill. Well, like, to me, this game actually takes quite a bit of skill and thinking. But once somebody's gotten the how to do it, then everybody knows how to do it. But anyway, let me just give you 2 scenarios in which 6 Samurais are good in suicide and bad. So basically, like the suicide, it's following the same rules, but the only fun way is that you actually use competitive decks like Dragon Rulers and stuff that you use for a tournament, instead of just making a deck to suicide, because that deck is not then there's no fun in that. It's more fun when it actually takes more skill, and usually the better the deck, the harder it is going to be the suicide. All right, so let me just give you a scenario in which it would this deck would be awesome to suicide with. So you have 2 copies of Shin's Dojo right there, 1 copy of Asceticism, 1 Kaigeki, 1 Kagemusha, and 1 Elder. Alright, so in order to suicide, you can pretty much suicide the first turn if you'd like, but I mean, so yeah, I actually had a lot of fun playing this. But yeah, so let's just say your opponent opens Thunder King or something in attack mode, for example, and then ends their turn. So what you can do is so this is your starting hand after that, and what you can do, I guess, would be it's actually very like standard, easy to suicide with. So you got the 8,000 life points, and the opponent just Thunder Kings. In order to kill yourself with this hand, you actually pretty much can kill yourself with this hand. So first what you do is since the opponent controls a monster, you can special summon Elder of the 6 Samurai. And in this case, if the opponent does actually open Thunder King, then they negate one of it, then your plan pretty much backfires. So you'll just let's just say they don't. So yeah, but let's just activate 2 copies of Shin's Dojo, which beginning with 0 counters on each. So first, what you do, special summon Elder of the 6 Samurai, and your opponent will just it would placing 1 counter on both copies of Shin's Dojo. Now what you want to do is you normal summon legendary 6 Samurai Kaigeki, and using his effect, special summon Kagemusha, and actually, in fact, all in attack mode. I'm sorry. And then so now both copies of Shin's Dojo have 3 counters. So what you really can do, you got actually at this point you have a lot of options. You can maybe go for you can send one of them to get another Kagemusha, and then maybe send the other to get like maybe cause I mean, I'm actually pretty, usually different from other people. You can get a copy of Elder of the Six Samurai, which would therefore be putting you in a position where you can pretty much win at this point. So, with each attack from a 400 attack point monster to a 1900, it would be you would lose 1500. So you take Elder and attack Thunder King. Elder would be destroyed and you lose 1500. You take the second Elder and attack Thunder King, which is over here. Sorry. And then taking another 1500, then you'd be at 3000. Take both of the Kagemushas and clash, and you will be at 2000. Then now that Kageki usually gains 1500 whenever he's got a buddy on the field, but if he's alone, then he's only got 200. Take the 200, clash the Thunder King, you lose 1700 right then and there. But in fact, there could have been, you have 300 life points remaining. You basically win at that point. But, in fact, there would be a smarter move to that, instead of just clashing all through that. Because, if you actually may have noticed, if you kept all these guys on the field, and, just like that, once you clash with the first Elder of the Six Samurai to hit Thunder King, then, you lose 1500, so... But then what you can do, you can actually activate this asceticism, getting out your third copy of Kagemusha of the Six Samurai, and then therefore you can pretty much win right there and there. But your opponent will probably use Thunder King Ryo to negate. So that is there's the a hand where Six Samurais would be easy to win in a suicidal duel. Alright, this would be a bad hand to open up with in order to suicide. So, it would be one copy of Reinforcement of the Army, one copy of Grandmaster, 2 copies of Kizan, 1 copy of Iru, 1 copy of Kagemusha. So, you pretty much, let's just say your opponent still rocks on that single Thunder King, right? So, I'm just going to take that off screen. So, you basically can't really do much. Since the Kizans and the Grandmaster are only attack point strong, and their defense is Kizan only has 500, whereas Grandmaster has 800 defense, and Reinforcement of the Army can't really do you too much anyway, because if you can just probably the best thing you would do is normal summon this and attack the Thunder King, then you'd lose 1500, but there would be nothing else you can really do. Like maybe you can reinforcement into maybe a Kageki or something, or possibly an Elder. But there's really nothing else that you can really do, because Six Samurais have very relatively low defense. If they were put in defense mode, they'd probably usually get run over by most monsters. But in attack mode, they're relatively good. So yeah, there's strengths and weaknesses in all decks, and this variation of the game actually requires a lot of thinking, and because you don't want your opponent to gain any card advantage, if they you kind of don't want to leave your field open, because people might it's not very good to leave your field open, but it is a safe move to leave your field open, and as well as you don't want to normal summon monsters and then let's say Frog Monarchs. Frog Monarchs can't really tribute summon their tribute summon monsters. Maybe they can clash with the frogs. That would be one of their strengths. And since Treeborn Frog comes back every turn, you get a free win every turn, or free damage every turn. So there's really a lot of options. So going back to the idea of Dragon Rulers take no skill, in this game they would actually take quite a bit of skill. All right, because back when the baby dragons were still here, the opponent, it would be very difficult for you to do anything. The most you can do is maybe clash with the tokens from a Draco sack, or Big Eye, an opponent's monster, then clash with that. But because there aren't many decks that revolve around monsters with 0 attack, as well. as like dragon rulers. Maybe they can use the baby dragon in clash, but remember you only get one normal summoner set per turn, so it really like stuns you if you can't really do anything. So it's just a little gift from me to you guys for the holidays. Happy holidays, and I guess that'll be it. This is Asian Goomba out. Peace.